top 3 character minimum. Don't believe Stango.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, that guy thinks Maypul is bad, Zetter is bad, and locks on to sleeper pick. That guy is... He's a supernova champion. That's all I'll say. Yeah. If I speak, I'm in big trouble. That's what I'm saying, bro.
At least, you know, we can all come to terms with the idea that Olympia is also a pretty good character. And Stango can agree on that.
About that rat. We gotta do something about the rat, bro.
Something's gonna happen.
No, rat at 2e2. Looking kind of bleak. Do not let the rat in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're taking the hat off. We're taking the rat out. It's all over.
Remy is hated.
Yeah, we're putting him in the piping bag. It's over.
Honestly, like, okay, we talk a lot about like Maypul and Clairen, whatever, make the jokes, but honestly, like, yes, a very common matchup. I like watching this matchup because it's one of those only matchups where Maypul finally has a deterrent for all of her shenanigans, and that's one thing where you don't think about that often. It's Clairen's down special. It's a giant, I like to call it the dirty bubble, where you set up a giant force field around a certain area of the stage for inhibiting the seed tosses, inhibiting the setup with Lily in general, and also Clairen kind of just challenged Maypul's incessant dash attacks in or jump ins in general. So it's like, as long as Aidan can actually find some footing here, because Lunar is obviously going to have some things to say about that. My goodness.
Yeah, I would like Clairen does have a lot of means of keeping Maypul out. One of the things that Maypul has traditionally struggled with is playing around crouch cancel buttons is like kind of difficult for Maypul at low percentage. That's why you see like forward air and like nair shield as like the common zone breakers. But one of the biggest problems for Clairen is just you lose tempo so quickly against a well-played Maypul. You're kept away from the wall so reliably thanks to Maypul's horizontal focus combo game. And, you know, it's simple enough, but catching Maypul is hard. Like, despite how good those hitboxes are. Excellent fastfall forward air 1, closing down, it was fastfall into the hitbox fair 1. So closing down the first stock was big there for Aidan to keep things on track. Keeping on track and trying to take a lead here is certainly difficult. Nice, okay, Waveland on the platform, chasing it down. Opportunity to get some damage going. As Lunar tries to poke out Aidan, but they're just not having it.
I like the point you bring up about Clairen's tempo, because yeah, while people can stop Clairen from doing that, the second Clairen gets comfortable and actually finds that tempo, it is so hard to break in general. You're seeing, like, definitely in the zone, I'm just gonna F-tilt and the dash attack out of the corner as well, keeping this Maypul at bay even when off stage 2. There comes the grapple into the forward air, because Clairen doesn't really have much of a challenge that off stage, but still getting back into the mix, challenging you on that Jewel Cell platform, even looking to not slow down, because like you mentioned earlier, in this matchup, you really can't. It's feast or famine, truly and genuinely neutral here.
Yeah, you're oftentimes acting on reads first and foremost, and then playing off of the information you gather, but it's been tough for Aidan because they haven't been able to oh man, that's tough. Yeah, you're kept away from the wall here. You do have an opportunity, but not as much as just holding the ledge there that closes down the game. Game number 1. Yeah, if you give Maypul an inch, she's gonna take a mile, and if you're not finding those like ASDI down and away techs on Maypul dash attack, it is such a powerful zone breaker against a character that, while they have good airspeed, their air acceleration leaves a little to be desired for Clairen. So you're not often trying to be launched like that.
Yeah, 100%. And we take to a stage like Godai Delta, where you have a lot more bearing on your positioning on the stage, and oh my, I mean, considering you're on the stage, which Lunar definitely is pretty opposed to, but now it's like you're able to catch a lot of those aggressive aerial approaches in, and I mean, assuming you can get back down here again, I mean, like, finally, once you get some footing here, it's like the Maypul actually has to threaten these singular approaches and where you're going to find an opening, but Lunar playing it so well, saying, you know what, all of this is reliant on Aidan actually finding a setup, so I can just get in there and stop that from happening ever, because once it does, it's kind of wrapped for whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, excellent string there from Aidan, but tough to see that Lunar is able to just kind of wrap things together so seamlessly. Oh, looked for the back air, expecting DIN. Might have been able to just get another sweet spot down air. No tippers here except on that back air. Looking for another chase down. Aidan are very, very eager to jump and meet in air-to-air situations with these nairs and bears, but Lunar's been able to get by just going to leg. It's been pretty seamless in their disadvantage.
Finally, Aidan has some footing here again, just walking underneath those platforms, waiting for Lunar to get overzealous. Fortunately, once Lunar finds that grab, once he finds that opening, getting a little nervous with those spot dodges, just looking to chase this Clairen down, especially with that get up attack, nair into forward air, threatening the tether as well, but he's not really going to overcommit to it, and Lunar just playing this patiently, setting up Terry at the ledge. My good friend Terry has arrived. Oh, and that tether going to save you there, just completely negating Clairen's ledge presence with the tech as well. You got to find that one to hit fall. There you go.
Quick forward air one. We saw the Galaxy. Game over. Stock over. Still, at least with an opportunity. Tipper on the special getup is certainly going to help. That extra bit of hit stun. Kind of getting the ball rolling there for Aidan. Oh no, the jump out drift back neutral special got kind of muddy there. Turned into a turnaround special. That's tough.
Very consistent text from Aidan at the ledge, looking to get back into the driver's seat here. Double fair there. Koi chasing off there with his third. Looking to catch Lunar, getting back on with that high side special. The double spot dodge. Spaghetti all over the screen. Aidan still chasing Lunar off the ledge. Looking to keep this Maypul at bay. Gonna force an aggressive approach in. Gonna find an opening eventually. Not gonna find that grab. And playing around the neutral special. Going all the way up there. Lunar gonna go for that high recovery. Both these players are just so scared to threaten that jump distance at that platform.
Yo, Mo.
We still barely make it back. And you're gone.
Yeah, okay, finally. Like, Lunar has just, he's one of the few Maypuls I see that rarely prioritizes finding a mark. Like, it's always just like, hey, let me get back on the stage. Let me find a dash attack or a grab or, you know, a nair or a forward air, and just keeping things within Maypul's like a default combo game and rarely ever setting up the mark. Finally choosing to set up there after the initial flowchart, but I mean, you're already so down on this stock. We'll get to see if you get a chance to use it. Tipper nair comes down, but that back air forward air, this is no jump. Yeah, this game is just over. That is tough. What a catch there from Lunar. Once again, just does this like cheeky ledge grab, jump back air.